Hi everyone, and welcome back to Creative Chelsea. If you like this video, please let me know by giving it a thumbs up or commenting below. If you want to see more of my videos, press the subscribe button and click on the bell for notifications. If you need any Stampin' Up! Products to make these cards, you can visit my online store and the link is in the description box below. If you are not receiving your own paper pumpkin kit and you would like to get one, you can subscribe through the link below. Today I'd like to share with you my second alternative project for this week using the Box of Sunshine Paper Pumpkin Kit from June 2020. So this month's Paper Pumpkin Kit is a really fun kit. It's called Box of Sunshine because once you're done making the cards in the kit, you can redecorate the box and send it to somebody who you have been thinking about. And so I really love that idea. So I also really loved the stamp set that came in the kit. So I just want to go ahead and show that to you now. So one of my favorite things about this stamp set is the fonts. And so we've got a fun handwritten font that we can pair with a more typeset font. And then the two images are very versatile and pretty easy to work with. So another thing that you get in your Paper Pumpkin Kit is a Stampin' Spot. And this month's it was the basic black, which is a really great color to have. Now, if you'd like to watch me unbox this kit and make these cards, you can watch that video and I'll link it up here in the right corner. Now, I really love this pineapple and I wanted to emphasize the yellow and the green in it. And so I came up with this card. It's a really fun card. It's got some different angles, and then we've got a lot of gold and shiny stuff happening. We do a little fussy cutting, so it's a little more intense. And then after I made this card, I wanted to try it with the sun. And so you can make two cards with the supplies in the kit. So let's go ahead and get started. So we're going to work on the pineapple card today. You could easily create the sun card using the exact same steps, just changing the color here to Poppy Parade, and then using a little bit of Wink of Stella on the sun to give it a little more glimmer. So to create these cards, you're going to need the gold striped card base, and this one has been cut down from the card we created yesterday. And if you haven't seen that, I can link it up here in the corner. You're going to want your yellow watercolor card base, the black and white adhesive strips, and then the iridescent sequins. From your own supplies, you're going to need a card base of Pool Party Cardstock, and this is 5.5 by 8.5 and scored at 4 1/4. You'll also need a 3/4 inch, I think that's how wide this is, by 4.5 inches strip, and this is shaded spruce green. And then you'll want some white ribbon. This is the white Whisper White crinkled seam binding ribbon, and it's 9 inches. Okay, so to create this card, we're going to first start by cutting off 1 inch of this gold foil card base. So go ahead and grab your paper trimmer and cut at 1 inch. Next, we're going to cut the yellow card base, and we're just going to trim it right down the middle, and that's at 4 1/4. We're going to save this for our stamping. So our next step is to cut this at an angle, and the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to measure from the bottom. We're going to do 2.5 inches. So I've got 5.5 to 4.5 is 1, to 3.5 is 2, and then to 3 is 2.5. And then I'm just going to slide it over, and I'm just going to measure from the bottom 1.5 inches. So that would be at 4 inches. Then I'm going to take those measurements and I'm going to line them up on my cut line. Just kind of eyeball it, doesn't need to be perfect. And I'm just going to cut right down there. And so this is going to give me that angle here. And then if I rotate it, I'm going to get that same angle, and we just need to remove a strip of this cardstock here at the bottom. So let's just go ahead and measure that so that we get the same amount for our card. And that's at let's see, let's turn it this way so we can measure it a little bit better. So it's at 1.5 inches. So we're just going to go ahead and remove 1.5 inches from the bottom of that. So now we have two pieces that are exactly the same size for our card. I am so excited about next month's kit. Celebrate the magic of summer nights with July's Paper Pumpkin Kit. This kit will include the supplies to create 9 postcard-style cards with coordinating envelopes and die-cut tea light bags. Don't miss out on the fireworks, fireflies, and fun. Subscribe to the Summer Nights Paper Pumpkin Kit before July 10th. To subscribe, click on the link in the description box below. We are now ready to assemble our card. So go ahead and grab your Pool Party card base and just go ahead and fold it on the score line and use your bone folder. You're going to start by adding, we need to cut this down. So let's grab our paper trimmer again. So this is 5.5 inches and we need to cut it to 4 1/4 inches. Now I'm a little bit weird and I want this gold to be on the end of my strips. I don't want it to be white. And so I'm going to start on the gold side and just cut it right in the middle. And then I'm going to flip it and measure it to 4 1/4 and then trim again. Now it looks like it would trim right against that white. So I'm just going to bring it in slightly and trim it and then go and try that again. So I've got it at 4 1/4 and then I'm just trimming so there's just a little bit of gold on each end of that strip. I just prefer that little bit of color to finish off that striped paper instead of it just being on the white side. So that's just going to get adhered to the base of the card. And I like to just hold the two pieces up vertically so then I know that they're lined up on the bottom. I'm going to add the shaded spruce to the back of my angled piece. And this one I want to be kind of at an opposing angle. So here on the left, I want to show as much of that shaded spruce as possible. But then here on the right, I want to go about halfway into that cardstock. So to do this, I'm just going to add some adhesive to the back and then kind of line it up. And this is why we have a bigger piece here so that we can make sure we get the right angle that we want, and then we can trim it with our paper trimmer and just kind of turn it over. So this is again 4 1/4. So if you line 4 1/4 up, then you can just trim that shaded spruce right off. So it's a nice clean edge. Turn it over and do the same thing, 4 1/4, and then you can trim that shaded spruce. Okay, so you're getting a nice fun angle there, and that's just going to sit right on top of that gold striped paper, just like that. Okay, and now you can take one of those black and white sticky strips and you can place it anywhere. You can bring it down if you want. You can place it in the middle of the yellow. You could even add it at an angle up here. For this card, for my pineapple card, I have it in the middle. And then for my sun, I actually brought it down and covered a little bit of that area where those two cardstocks meet. So let's just go ahead and place it here in the middle. So it's about 3/4 of an inch from the base of the yellow watercolor cardstock. Now I'm going to add the 9 inches of ribbon to the back of my pineapple. Just going to add some snail. Find the middle again, place it at an angle, and then wrap that around back and forth to create that faux bow look that is so popular right now. Now we are ready to add our pineapple to our card base with some dimensionals. And I'm just going to place them right down the middle. If I notice that I need any support somewhere else, I can just add a couple. And this just goes on my card on the left side over the black and white stripe, or the polka dot, and then just the bottom goes a little bit below the stripes. And now we're ready to do our stamping. So to do your stamping, you're just going to use the back side of the card base from the watercolored paper, and you're going to cut your strip. You're going to cut a strip for this hello, and it is just 1/16 larger than 1/2 inch. So that would make him 7/16 wide. So we're going to stamp on that, and then we're going to stamp sunshine on this paper and then fussy cut it out. So I have both hello and sunshine, and these two greetings come in the paper pumpkin kit. It has a really great stamp set this time, and so I love the greetings, especially how they have the type font and then the script font. So fun to use those two fonts together. So just ink those up really well and stamp them down. And then we're going to cut them out. So we're going to use the paper trimmer for the hello because I cannot cut straight. And I'm just going to come really close to that hello. I don't want there to be too much room around it. And so probably about 1/16 inch or so right off that letter. Well, that's a little bit wide. I'm just going to try to remove a little bit more. There we go. So we got a nice tight hello. And then we're going to fussy cut the sunshine. All right, now that we've cut out those greetings, we can add them to our card. So this one needs a dimensional under the word shine, and then just a little bit of liquid glue on the sun area, so behind the sun. And then we're going to just add that. That goes over our pineapple, and it just kind of covers that line where those two cardstocks meet. And then hello gets added with just a dab of glue, and we can place that on the pineapple at a slight angle, and it can kind of sit behind that sunshine just slightly. The last thing we're going to add are these sequins from the kit, and you can just use your pickup tool, and you're just going to place a couple around your card. I've got two on the left of my pineapple, and then one right here above the word shine. Okay, so to create this sun card, you're going to follow those exact same steps. You can use the second piece of that yellow watercolored paper, and then use the Poppy Parade red instead of the shaded spruce. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe, like, and share. Visit creativechelsea.com for more information about Paper Pumpkin and to start getting your monthly kit. Have a creative day. Bye.